Welcome back to Worldview TV. Before we dive into today's journey, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share so you never miss our adventures across the world. Today, we're setting sail across the Atlantic Ocean, a place full of mystery, beauty, and secrets that most people never hear about. While we often think of the Atlantic as just the ocean separating Europe and Africa from the Americas, it is so much more than that. It is a living, breathing force that has shaped human history, inspired myths, and continues to hide mysteries deep beneath its waves. The Atlantic is vast, stretching from the icy Arctic in the north all the way down to the Southern Ocean. It covers millions of square kilometers, making it the second largest ocean on our planet. For centuries, it has been both a barrier and a bridge, a barrier that once separated continents, and a bridge that eventually connected them through exploration, trade, and cultural exchange. Imagine early explorers setting out in wooden ships with no advanced technology, crossing into the unknown, guided only by stars and courage. That alone makes the Atlantic one of the most remarkable parts of human history. But the Atlantic isn't just about human stories, it also carries its own secrets. One of the most mysterious regions is, of course, the Bermuda Triangle. This infamous area, between Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda, has been the subject of legends for decades. Ships and planes have reportedly vanished without explanation. Some say it's storms, others blame methane gas bubbles rising from the seafloor, and a few suggest something even stranger. While science has explained much of it, the Bermuda Triangle still captures the imagination of people around the world, reminding us that some mysteries will always remain unsolved. Beneath the ocean's surface, hidden away from human eyes, lies an even bigger secret, the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. This is the world's longest mountain chain, yet most people have never heard of it. It runs right down the center of the Atlantic, but instead of rising into the sky, it hides under the ocean. Volcanoes and deep rift valleys shape this ridge, and from it, new ocean floor is created as the Earth's plates slowly move apart. It's a reminder that our planet is alive and always changing, even if we cannot see it happening. The Atlantic has also witnessed both triumph and tragedy. Perhaps the most famous is the story of the Titanic. In 1912, this massive ship, considered unsinkable at the time, hit an iceberg in the icy waters of the North Atlantic. More than 1,000 lives were lost. Decades later, explorers found the wreck resting on the seabed, preserved in the cold depths. Today, the Titanic remains a haunting symbol of ambition, loss, and the untamed power of the ocean. Not all secrets are tragic. Some are simply unique and fascinating, like the Sargasso Sea. Unlike any other sea, the Sargasso has no borders made of land. Instead, it is defined by ocean currents, a floating world of golden brown seaweed that stretches endlessly across the water. It provides a nursery for countless marine species, from baby turtles to tiny shrimp. Even eels make their mysterious migrations here, traveling thousands of miles to breed. The Sargasso Sea is a reminder of how life adapts and thrives in the most unexpected places. And then there's the legend of Atlantis. First told by the ancient philosopher Plato, Atlantis was said to be a mighty civilization that sank beneath the Atlantic waves. Historians largely view it as a myth, but the story continues to inspire treasure hunters, explorers, and dreamers. Could there be a lost city hidden beneath the depths of the Atlantic? While there's no proof, the fascination endures, keeping the legend alive in our imaginations. But the Atlantic isn't just about myths and history, it's about raw power. Off the coast of Portugal, in a place called Nazaré, the ocean creates waves so massive that they have become a mecca for surfers. These are some of the biggest waves on Earth, towering walls of water that only the bravest dare to ride. To watch these waves is to see the true force of nature, unpredictable and awe-inspiring. The ocean also holds some of the deepest and darkest places on our planet. The Puerto Rico Trench, for example, plunges far below the surface. Few people realize just how deep this trench is, and much of it remains unexplored. In its darkness, life has adapted in strange and wonderful ways, from glowing creatures to species we've never seen before. Every expedition into these depths uncovers something new, proving that the Atlantic still keeps many of its secrets hidden. Sailors for centuries have reported strange phenomena in the Atlantic, like glowing waters at night, known as milky seas. Today, scientists know this happens because of tiny organisms called bioluminescent plankton. But imagine being an explorer hundreds of years ago, with no explanation, seeing the ocean suddenly light up beneath your ship. It must have felt like magic, or perhaps something supernatural. And while the Atlantic is filled with mystery, it is also a lifeline. It is the highway for wildlife migrations that stretch thousands of miles. Humpback whales, sea turtles, dolphins, and countless fish species all use the Atlantic for their seasonal journeys. Each year, these animals cross vast distances, guided by instincts we still do not fully understand. Watching them travel is to witness one of nature's greatest shows. So, what does all of this tell us about the Atlantic Ocean? It tells us that the ocean is far more than just water. It's a keeper of history, a stage for myths, a home for extraordinary life, and a force of nature that shapes our world in ways we often overlook. Every wave, every current, and every hidden depth carries a story waiting to be told. As we close our journey across the Atlantic today, ask yourself, what other secrets are still out there, waiting to be uncovered? From legendary lost cities to unexplored trenches, the Atlantic will always remain a place of curiosity and wonder. And maybe that's its greatest secret of all, that no matter how much we learn, it will always keep part of itself hidden. Thank you for joining us here on Worldview TV. If you enjoyed exploring the mysteries of the world, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends. Let us know in the comments which part of the Atlantic fascinated you the most. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and never lose your sense of wonder.